Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. It's Joe here from the Bookworks Wellness Center, and I'm bringing you the mobility break of the day. Today's mobility break is just going to be about 5 or 6 of my favorite stretches that I like to do just throughout the day. A great thing to do when you're chilling watching TV in the living room, just getting up, moving around. We're going to focus on some hip opening, it'll be some back, some lunging, and definitely some twisting, because you twist in real life, you gotta open up that plane of motion. So, let's get rocking. First mobility or stretch is gonna be a down dog into a lunge and twist. So, we're gonna go right here. I'm gonna feel it in my hip. I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna follow my eyes with my hand. And I'm actually gonna twist both ways. And I'll hold the down dog for a second and head back into the lunge, rotate, rotate. You're gonna go 10 and 10 on that. Take your time, and when you're in the down dog, back here, feel free to pedal it out to really help stretch out each hamstring at a time. Next, we're gonna do a deep squat. So you're gonna try to keep these heels on the ground. Notice I'm also in my socks or barefoot. I like that to stretch better. So what you're gonna do is try to get these elbows and push the knees out. And I'm just gonna slowly rock back and forth. I'm trying not to hunch my shoulders. I'm trying to open up my chest. And at first, you're not gonna be able to get that low. So we'll get right here. You're just at 90 degrees. Eventually, you'll be able to get deeper, but that's a great one to open up the hips, open up this chest. It's a good stretch. Next, we're gonna do a inchworm to a cobra. So we'll actually stand up and you're gonna inchworm it out nice and slow, walking it out, and we'll go into the cobra. Nice and slow, walk it back in. For the inchworm to cobra, you wanna do about 5 to 10, depending on how many you can do with your wrists. If it hurts your wrists, just do it. Hold this hamstring and come down into the cobra. If you have something like dumbbells, or I have perfect push-ups here that are gonna help save the wrists, this would be a great time to just save the wrists. Just like that. Go 10 of those if you can. Next, we're gonna do a kneeling lateral lunge with some hip flexion and extension. So you're going back and forth. So I'm leaning half my body weight on my knee, the other half on my foot, and we're gonna go 10 and 10 here. So I'm gonna dip the hips back and I'm gonna bring them forward. Dip the hips back, lean them forward. And when I'm up at the top, you might even wanna bring the hands up to open up these hips. Come back, I'm dipping the hips. So here it looks from this side. I'll go other way. Half and half still. Sinking the hips in, all the way back up. Excellent. So after you go 10 and 10 with that, we're gonna go back, we're gonna stay on the floor. And one of my favorite stretches, we're gonna do opposite hand, star stretch, whatever you wanna call it. We're basically warming up this core, warming up the legs. So you're gonna go opposite hand to opposite foot, maybe grab the toe for a sec, rotate to the other side. You're gonna feel it in your glute, your hamstrings, your thoracic and your back. Great for back mobility. You wanna be moving, but slow this one down. We're not flying through it, but we're still moving. So if you like that one, you go 10 and 10, 20 total, take your time with it. Last, we're actually gonna stay on the ground and we're gonna do a child's pose, but instead of the traditional right here, we are gonna reverse grip, really focus on stretching out our wrists. So I'm gonna reverse grip here, and this one is big time about the wrists. We've already stretched the hips out real nice. I'm using this to stretch out my wrists, my forearms. I'm leaning back. On this, take the hands, open them up, reverse the grip. If you can't go completely reverse, go half and half. But basically, we're just trying to open up your palms and hit this number right here, but just a different angle while we're opening up the hips. So that is the mobility break of the day. I'll put the numbers and the amount that you should stretch for each. Stay tuned. Have a great rest of the day.